Habitually, they arrived at the registration point in the team battle area. The master took out the registration badge of the Shrek 7 Devils team battle and handed it to the staff. Please, sign us up for the team battle. The staff member also habitually accepted the badge, but when he saw the engraved words on the badge, his face suddenly changed, and he exclaimed, Shrek 7 Devils? The master's brow furrowed slightly. The quality of the staff in the Great Spirit Arena was generally good, and even when encountering high-level spirit fighters, they wouldn't show too much expression. The behavior of this staff member was clearly unsatisfactory. Sorry, sir. Are you the leader of the Shrek 7 Devils? The staff member cautiously asked. The master nodded slowly. You could say that. Please hurry up. Sir, please wait a moment. The staff member quickly left his post and ran towards the back work area, still clutching the Shrek 7 Devils team badge in his hand, leaving the master somewhat surprised. Although the master was quite displeased, the other party had already taken the team badge needed for registration. Even if he wanted to switch to another division, he couldn't. He had to wait patiently. The master did not know that as long as he presented this badge at the Soto Great Spirit Arena today, he would receive the same treatment in any division. It didn't take long. Soon, the previous staff member returned to the registration point with another person. Sorry to keep you waiting. The staff member courteously returned the team badge to the master. The person brought by the staff member was someone the master recognized. It was Director AO, who hosted the first team battle when the Shrek 7 Devils came to the Soto Great Spirit Arena. Since Tang San had told the master that Director AO had kindly warned them about the strength of the Quangzhan team, the master had a deep impression of him.
Diretor aos Milad, hello, respected leader.
I wonder if we could have a conversation. It won't take much of your time. The master responded calmly. Are you representing yourself or the Soto Great Spirit Arena? Director AO quickly replied, of course, I am representing the Soto Great Spirit Arena. The master nodded, having anticipated this situation. After all, the Shrek 7 Devils had achieved remarkable results in the past month. It was impossible not to attract attention. Especially Tang San, who performed the best and won all the spirit fights throughout the month, was surely the focus. Although the master was reluctant to deal with the Great Spirit Arena, its immense influence was something even the nation had to consider. Naturally, he wouldn't offend them. He nodded and followed Director AO to a quiet room behind the registration point. Leader, I'll get straight to the point, Director AO said seriously. I represent the Soto Great Spirit Arena and hope that today's team battle involving the Shrek 7 Devils can be held in the central main spirit arena. The master wasn't surprised and said lightly, this doesn't seem to follow the rules. According to the arena's regulations, only spirit masters of Silver Spirit Fighter level or above can appear in the main spirit arena, and the Shrek 7 Devils are still Iron Spirit Fighters. Director AO smiled wryly. There's no need for modesty. With the Shrek 7 Devils' performance this month, they will receive their Silver Spirit Fighter badges after today's spirit fight. It wouldn't be a problem to let them enter the main spirit arena a day early. The master's expression remained unchanged. If that's the case, you shouldn't mind waiting one more day. Director AO sighed. I'll be honest. 3 days ago, a team of spirit masters arrived, all Silver Spirit Fighters, seemingly hired by some great nobles of Soto City. For 2 consecutive days, these nobles placed heavy bets on them, and they won the spirit fights effortlessly, causing the arena significant losses. As you're familiar with the Great Spirit Arena, you should know that Silver Spirit Fighters are usually above level 40, but this team consists entirely of Spirit Elders. We can't break the rules and have level 40 Spirit Ancestors fight them. But if this continues, the arena can't sustain the losses. Perhaps due to their success, the nobles increased their bets today. If we lose again, it will be disastrous. The master understood Director AO's meaning immediately. As Spirit Elders achieving Silver Spirit Fighter level implies great strength. What kind of teams did the arena use to face them in the past 2 days? Director AO replied, just since we don't have any Silver Spirit Fighter teams at the Spirit Elder level, we had to send Spirit Elder level Bronze Spirit Fighter teams to fight them. One of these teams is the Quangzhan team, who recently advanced to Bronze Spirit Fighters and had previously faced the Shrek 7 Devils. But they were utterly defeated. The master's brow furrowed. The Quangzhan team's level is quite high among Spirit Elder teams. Are you saying this Silver Spirit Fighter team is even stronger? Director AO shook his head. And no, it's not about their spirit power levels, it's the spirit rings. This Silver Spirit Fighter team, like the Shrek 7 Devils, has the optimal spirit ring combinations, giving them a significant advantage in spirit abilities, leaving the Quangzhan team no chance. Hearing this, the master's expression changed slightly. As the most famous theorist in the Spirit Master world, he understood the significance of optimal spirit ring combinations. The first ring being 100 years, the second 500 years, and the third 1,000 years. Displayed on a Spirit Master, it meant 2 yellow and 1 purple rings, just like Dai Mubai, Tang San, Oscar, and Xiao Wu. Even so, why is the Great Spirit Arena so certain that the Shrek 7 Devils can win? We only have 4 Spirit Masters above level 30, and the other 3 haven't reached that level yet.
Diretor aos Mileds.
You're being modest. Everyone knows that the Shrek 7 Devil spirit power levels are among the lowest in all Spirit Elder teams. But in the past 27 team battles, they've won every single one. This is unprecedented in our arena. As the saying goes, existence is reasonable. I believe the Shrek 7 Devils can compete with the Silver Spirit Fighter team. The master's eyes sparkled. After a moment of contemplation, he said, if I remember correctly, participating in a match in the Central Main Spirit Arena comes with extra rewards, right? Director AO, sensing the master's interest, quickly replied, of course. Each participating Spirit Master will receive a direct reward of 500 gold spirit coins. Since you're specially invited, if you win this match, the arena is willing to offer an additional 10,000 gold spirit coins as a reward. However, since the Shrek 7 Devils haven't earned their Silver Spirit Fighter badges yet, their points will still be calculated as before. Luckily, they've accumulated quite a few points due to their winning streak. Before the master could respond, Director AO continued, to ensure the best performance, please have the Shrek 7 Devils abstain from 1-on-1 and 2-on-2 spirit fights today. While we can't add extra points to avoid breaking the rules, we can count their matches today as victories, with their opponents forfeiting. This way, the Shrek 7 Devils can fully focus on the team battle. The master was never one to haggle over details, and the offered terms were generous. Most importantly, he was intrigued by the challenge. The main reason wasn't the points or money, but the valuable experience for his disciples. A Silver Spirit Fighter team that the arena highly regarded, combined with the optimal spirit ring combinations, would be a beneficial trial for the Shrek 7 Devils. The master slowly nodded. All right, I agree. Please prepare the information on the opponents, and I'll gather my disciples. No need to trouble yourself. We'll have our staff bring the Shrek 7 Devils here. I have the opponent's information ready. You can review it and prepare. Later, I'll take you to the Central Main Spirit Arena for preparation. With that, Director AO quickly left, reporting the Shrek 7 Devils' participation and making the necessary arrangements. There was still an hour before the team battle, enough time for the Soto Great Spirit Arena to make several arrangements. In a short time, not only were the Shrek 7 Devils brought to the room by the staff, but even Flender and Zhao Wuji were also invited over, indicating that the arena had been observing their team for some time. The master calmly repeated what Director AO had said and spread the newly received information on the table. Standing nearby, Tang San noticed a change in the master's eyes. There was a fiery glow, a battle flame he had never seen before in the master's eyes. Flender said helplessly, Shao Gang, you shouldn't have agreed so quickly. At least wait until we got here. Since they mentioned the big nobles have placed heavy bets, it's clear the stakes are huge. If we negotiate properly, they might pay even more. The master replied irritably, Since when did you become so mercenary? Flender smiled bitterly. Even a hero can be stumped by lack of money. You think I want this? The master said, If we win this time, our gains will be significant. 10,000 gold soul coins is a huge amount. I've already planned it out. Each child will get 1,000, and the remaining 3,000 will go to the academy. This will help with the arrangements for their third phase of trials. Do any of you have any objections? The last question was directed not at Flender and Zhao Wuji, but at the 7 members of the Shrek 7 Devils. The 7 shook their heads almost simultaneously. They were somewhat aware of the Academy's financial situation, and none of them lacked money. Over the past month of soul fights, they not only increased their points, but also gained corresponding rewards. After winning more than 5 consecutive matches, each additional victory earned 100 gold soul coins, and after 10 matches, it became 200 gold soul coins. Flender even mentioned 2 days ago that now each of these kids was wealthier than the Academy. The master tapped the spread-out information sheet on the table and said seriously, Enough of that. Let's study your opponents. This will be an extremely tough soul fight for you. The white sheet, bordered with gold embroidery and marked with the emblem of the Soto Great Soul Arena, detailed a team's information. After glancing over it, even the proud Dai Mubai couldn't help but gasp, feeling a chill in their hearts. According to the rules of team soul fights, each team can have a maximum of 10 members, but no fewer than 7. During a soul fight, the number of participants is determined by the side with fewer members. The team in the data, like the Shrek 7 Devils, had only 7 members. The information was as follows. Huangdo Battle Team, all 7 members, all holders of Silver Soul badges. Captain, Yu Tianheng, Martial Soul, Blue Lightning Tyrant Dragon, Level 39 Assault System Battle Soul Master. Soul Rings, 2 yellow, 1 purple. Vice Captain, Dugu Yen, Martial Soul, Jade Phosphor Serpent, Level 38 Control System Battle Soul Master. Soul Rings, 2 yellow, 1 purple. Member, Sure Mo, Martial Soul, Black Tortoise, Level 38 Defense System Battle Soul Master. Soul Rings, 2 yellow, 1 purple. Member, Sure Mo, Martial Soul, Black Tortoise, Level 37 Defense System Battle Soul Master. Soul Rings, 2 yellow, 1 purple. Member, Yu Feng, Martial Soul, Wind Chime Bird, Level 36 Agility Attack System Battle Soul Master. Soul Rings, 2 yellow, 1 purple. Member, Oslo, Martial Soul, Ghost Leopard, Level 36 Agility Attack System Battle Soul Master. Soul Rings, 2 yellow, 1 purple. Member, Yi Lingling, Martial Soul, 9 Heart Begonia, Level 35 Support System Tool Soul Master. Soul Rings, 2 yellow, 1 purple. The data didn't mention the opponent's soul skills. The master understood that it wasn't that the Great Soul Arena didn't want to provide this information, but they simply couldn't. Who could be sure the opponents didn't hold back in their previous 2 soul fights? A wrong assumption about soul skills could lead to disaster. Therefore, the Great Soul Arena chose to let the Shrek 7 Devils find out for themselves. After reading the information, the 7 members looked at each other, seeing the astonishment in each other's eyes. They had expected strong opponents, but not to such a formidable extent. Flender adjusted his crystal glasses and said, If I'm not mistaken, this team must be quite famous in another city. Why did they suddenly come to Soto City? Xiao Gang, you shouldn't have agreed to this fight. I'm afraid we're not their match. The master calmly replied, Pressure creates motivation. Retreating in the face of difficulties will never make you a true strongman. Flender, where is your youthful sharpness? Flender's face turned slightly sour, and Zhao Wuji added fuel to the fire, gloating, Master, you are indeed tough. You are right, only by facing difficulties can we gain something. All right, but safety is paramount, Flender said, giving Zhao Wuji a glare before speaking to the master. The master nodded. I have an inkling about the origin of the Huangdo battle team. If my guess is correct, then the children won't be in any real danger. Tang San. Yes, teacher. Tang San stepped forward quickly. The master said, this time, I still forbid you from using your hidden weapons. However, I permit you to use the 8 spider lances. Never give up until the very end. Seeing that even the master had reservations, Tang San frowned and asked, teacher, are we really unable to defeat them? The master looked deeply at him. You have a 30% chance. And that chance mainly lies with you, Mubai and Zhu Qing. Pointing to the information on the table, he said, the 7 members on the opposing side form a very complete combination according to the data. The 2 you need to be most cautious about are their captain and vice-captain, the Blue Lightning Tyrant Dragon Soul Master and the Jade Phosphor Serpent Soul Master. Blue Lightning Tyrant Dragon.
Shogong.
Flender seemed to recall something, but was interrupted by the master's look. The master continued, the Blue Lightning Tyrant Dragon is a top-tier beast martial soul known for its powerful attack capabilities, considered the strongest among beast martial souls. Its status among beast martial souls is equivalent to Rongrong's 7-treasure glazed tile pagoda among support martial souls. As for the Jade Phosphor Serpent Soul Master, her choice as a control system reminds me of someone. Flender, do you remember him? After the master's reminder, Flender's face changed dramatically. Do you mean it might be him? The master nodded. I mean exactly him. Dai Mubai couldn't help but ask, Dean, master, what are you talking about? The master said solemnly, the Jade Phosphor Serpent martial soul, like some other top-tier family martial souls, is a rare one. However, only one Jade Phosphor Serpent Soul Master in history became famous. He was a special control system battle soul master, known as Jade Phosphor Dolua. I think some of you might have heard of him. Hearing the name Jade Phosphor Dolua, Dai Mubai's face turned pale, and he said hastily, do you mean the one known as the poison tyrant of the world, the most troublesome Jade Phosphor Dolua? The master took a deep breath and nodded slowly. Besides him, who else? To my knowledge, there are very few Jade Phosphor Serpent Soul Masters, and even fewer are control system. The opponent's vice-captain being a control system Jade Phosphor Serpent indicates a close relationship with Jade Phosphor Dolua. Others might not know, but I do. Jade Phosphor Dolua's surname is also Dugu. Ning Rongrong suddenly asked, so, their captain must be from the Blue Lightning Tyrant Dragon family? Flender smiled bitterly. Apart from the Blue Lightning Tyrant Dragon family, I haven't heard of any other place with Blue Lightning Tyrant Dragon Soul Masters. The background of this Huangdo team is terrifying. Not just these 2, the Black Tortoise is as renowned as the Blue Lightning Tyrant Dragon. Although there are fewer Black Tortoise Soul Masters and no complete sect, making it less famous than the Blue Lightning Tyrant Dragon, the Black Tortoise is still top tier among defense martial souls. Tang San, as a control system soul master, was most concerned about the opponent's control system soul master and asked the master, teacher, what exactly does the Jade Phosphor Serpent Soul Master use to control? Using a snake as a martial soul doesn't seem suitable for control. The master's answer was simple, just one word, poison. Using poison to control the field, Tang San's pupils contracted slightly, but he felt more at ease. Poison, such a familiar and dear word. Nodding slightly, he said, if that's the case, then we do have a chance to defeat them. What is Tang's sect best at? Lightness skills, hidden weapons, and fearsome poisons. Although Tang San hadn't yet collected the poisons he needed in this world, nor refined Tang sect's deadly poisons, his understanding and knowledge of poison were deeply rooted in Tang sect's essence. An expert in poison naturally possesses strong resistance and many ways to counteract it. The master misunderstood Tang San's meaning. Oscar's small sausage is only his second soul ring skill and may not withstand the jade phosphor serpent's poison. At best, it can only control the poison for a short time. Ning Rongrong said, Master, may I suggest something? The master nodded, go ahead. Ning Rongrong said, during the soul fight, our primary target should be the opponent's support system soul master.
EO.
Why? The master was surprised by her suggestion. The 9-heart begonia martial soul was something even he had never heard of, which was extremely rare. But considering they had 2 support system soul masters, including Ning Rongrong's 7-treasure glazed tile pagoda, he wasn't worried about being. Ning Rongrong said, I know about the 9 hearts begonia spirit. Unlike other spirits, this one is passed down through a single lineage, with only one successor per generation. At any given time, there can only be 2 9 hearts begonia spirit masters alive. Only upon the death of one can a new successor appear. It is arguably the rarest spirit. My father once said that the 9 hearts begonia is a miracle among spirits. Everyone knew who Ning Rongrong's father was, not just Grandmaster, Flender, and Zhao Wuji, but also the other members of the Shrek 7 Devils. He was the master of the 7-treasure glazed tile clan, a figure of authority among support spirit masters. If even he described a spirit in such terms, its capabilities were surely extraordinary. Curious about the unique spirit, Grandmaster immediately asked, what exactly is the function of the 9 hearts begonia spirit? How does it assist in battle? Ning Rongrong solemnly explained, the 9 hearts begonia excels in only one ability. Regardless of how many spirit rings it has, it only possesses one spirit ability. This is precisely its terrifying aspect. Its function lies in comprehensive group healing. The extent of healing can be controlled by the spirit master's will. The higher the level, the more spirit rings, the greater the spirit power available for healing. My father said that with a 9 hearts begonia spirit master, it's almost impossible to die. Therefore, once the battle starts, we must first force her off the battlefield. Otherwise, before her spirit power is exhausted, we won't be able to harm any of our opponents. Upon hearing Ning Rongrong's explanation, Grandmaster's face seemed to stiffen. After a moment of silence, he slowly said, this is indeed an almost perfect combination. We can win. In this moment of low morale and silence, Tang Sen suddenly spoke out these inspiring words, drawing everyone's attention to himself. I said, we can win.
Dai Mubai, Oscar, Maongjun, Xiao Wu, Rongrong, Tsutsuking.
Have you forgotten? We already have a record of 27 consecutive victories. The opponents are indeed strong, but we are not weak either. We have Dai Mubai's top-tier power attack spirit, Oscar's continuous combat support, Ma Hongjuan's top-tier mutated beast spirit, and Xiao Wu's miraculous soft skills. Rongrong, do you think your 7-treasure glazed tile pagoda is inferior to the 9 hearts begonia? And Zhu Zhuqing, your speed is the fastest among agility-type spirit masters of the same level that I have ever seen. The opponents may be strong, but are we weak? No, we must prove that we are stronger. Furthermore, do not forget our ages. I am sure they are older than us. Even if we lose, so what? Failure is the mother of success. Even if we are not their match today, we will defeat them someday. Victory will belong to us, the Shrek 7 Devils. If we lose our confidence in winning, then why participate in this battle at all? Tang San's words ignited a spark of confidence within everyone. Each member of the Shrek 7 Devils was a genius, a monster among monsters. How could they easily accept defeat? No one spoke, but determination shone in everyone's eyes. Dai Mubai was the first to extend his right hand, followed by Oscar. The Shrek 7 Devils stacked their hands together, eyes burning with renewed fighting spirit. The lost confidence had returned, and now they were filled with intense determination to fight. Teacher, let me take full responsibility for this battle, okay? Tang San firmly looked at Grandmaster. He knew that this battle would be their toughest test. His earlier speech was to prevent his companions from falling into despair. Having lived 2 lives, he knew that to achieve something, one must strive for it with their own efforts. Before each battle, Grandmaster would provide some tactical guidance, but this time Tang San took the initiative to take over Grandmaster's role. Though it seemed a bit arrogant, Grandmaster, Flender, and Zhao Wuji all nodded in approval. A team needs tactics, unity, and cooperation, but it also needs something else: spirit. A team without spirit can never unleash its deepest potential. At this moment, as the soul of the team, Tang San had achieved this. To Flender and the others, the outcome was no longer important. These children had grown beyond their expectations. Now, all they could do was watch as these kids brought more surprises and miracles, to see how far they could go. In the VIP rest area of the Soto Great Spirit Arena, in the 3rd VIP room. The luxurious room was about 200 square meters, with a massive genuine leather sofa over 15 meters long, enough to comfortably seat a dozen people. The decor of the entire room was predominantly golden lamps, golden wallpaper, and various golden ornaments, giving an impression of opulence. In front of the large white leather sofa was a crystal coffee table with exquisite snacks and various beverages. Most importantly, one wall of the room was a single transparent crystal pane. Through special treatment, it allowed those inside to see out without being seen. Beyond the crystal wall was the central main spirit arena, the most important area of the Soto Great Spirit Arena. At this moment, there were only 7 people in the room, each with distinctive features, all looking to be in their early 20s. Sitting in the center of the sofa was a young man with long black hair and a lean build. He wasn't particularly handsome, with a rarely expressive face, almost as if his facial muscles were stiff. Dressed in a simple blue outfit with no decorations, he exuded an aura of danger despite his simplicity. He was reclining comfortably on the sofa with his eyes closed, resting. Next to him on the sofa was a girl in a less conventional posture. Instead of leaning back, she rested against the shoulder of the blue-clad youth, looking lazy. Her short dark purple hair gave her a spirited look, but she had a pair of green eyes, giving her an eerie charm. Though not exceptionally beautiful, she had a bewitching allure. She was playing with her green-dyed nails, while leaning on the blue-clad youth. Yen, can you not flaunt your affection in front of us? After all, we are a bunch of virgins. It might incite some improper thoughts, said a handsome young man with golden short hair, lounging leisurely against the large crystal window. The girl glanced at him, a seductive smile in her green eyes. Why don't you come here? Do you need Big Sister to teach you how to become a man? Never mind. Your poisonous body is something only the boss can handle. I can't afford it. The young man hurriedly refused, looking terrified. It serves you right for provoking her, said another young man in black clothes with golden hair, holding a drink and gloating. The handsome youth retorted angrily, A leopard, are you looking for trouble? How about a one-on-one after the team battle today? I'll teach you a lesson. The black-clad youth snorted disdainfully, one-on-one with me? You're a flying spirit master, challenging a ground spirit master. That's bullying. If you have the guts, challenge the boss one-on-one. I'd respect you if you lasted 3 minutes. Though indignant, the handsome youth couldn't deny he couldn't last more than 3 minutes against their captain. Quiet down. Can't you conserve your energy like the Sher brothers? The blue-clad youth finally spoke. The Sher brothers he mentioned were meditating against the wall, their sturdy builds radiating a sense of stability. The handsome youth laughed. Boss, do we need to conserve energy? At our level, we reached the Silver Spirit standard before level 40. I bet there's no opponent in the Soto Great Spirit Arena who can challenge us. Even in the top-tier Heaven Do Great Spirit Arena, no one can stand against us. The blue-clad youth replied calmly, Even so, don't develop the bad habit of underestimating your enemies. The world of spirit masters is full of strong individuals. One can never be sure when a stronger opponent might appear. Lingling, come sit on the sofa. Standing all the time is also tiring. His last words were directed at another girl in the room, standing in the darkest corner, dressed entirely in black, even with a black veil covering her face. Her blue hair cascaded down her back, and her similarly colored eyes showed no emotion, exuding a sense of loneliness and desolation. And no need, I'm fine here. Ji Lingling's voice was melodious but hollow, giving an ethereal feeling. These 7 people were members of the Emperor battle team, mentioned in the records Tang San and his friends read. The blue-clad youth was the captain, Yu Tianheng, and the girl beside him was the vice-captain, Du Guyen. The handsome youth was the Wind Bell Bird Spirit Master, Yu Feng. The black-clad youth was the Ghost Leopard Spirit Master, Osler. The meditating brothers were the Black Tortoise Spirit Masters. Standing in the corner was the team's only support spirit master, 9 Hearts Begonia Yi Lingling.